multiple Maine Maritime students.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm AJ Douglas, and thanks for joining us. First tonight, a Hancock County grand jury has indicted a 20-year-old man for the death of 4 people that were involved in a car crash in Castine back in December of 2022. An investigation by the Maine State Police determined 20-year-old Joshua Goncalves Radding of North Babylon, New York, was driving a 2013 Range Rover on Route 166 in Castine when it left the road and hit a tree, bursting into flames. All of the occupants were identified as Maine Maritime Academy students. 4 of them were killed and 3 more injured. State police investigators determined that the speed and alcohol were factors in the crash. Goncalves Radding has been charged with 4 counts of manslaughter, 5 counts of aggravated OUI, 2 counts of reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, as well as 3 counts of driving to endanger, and 1 count of each of criminal speed, forgery, and unlawful use of a license. He will formally be charged at a later date. The president of a local firefighting union is shining light on the difficulties many firefighters face when they need to receive workers' compensation benefits. Under Maine state law, it is presumed that firefighters who develop certain cancers did so as a result of their line of work, therefore qualifying them for benefits. However, employers have the option to challenge claims and almost always do, which ultimately draws out the process for sick applicants. A recent report by the Bangor Daily News Show reports 33 out of 34 Maine firefighters who submitted cancer claims over the past decade were challenged by their employer. Bangor Professional Firefighters Local 772 President Jared Wiley says many departments need to change the way they address the physical and mental health of firefighters.
Some of the departments in the state are archaic in their ways, mostly because of funding, which I can understand that, but some things need to be changed. These are human beings and their health, and with a diminishing work populace that's willing to fight fires and provide EMS, some change is going to happen.
Willie says these changes need to happen in order to attract more people into the profession. In other news, a historic ship is expected to raise anchor once again with a crew of students. Our David Ledford spoke with those students involved about preparing for their journey.
There are lessons about life, lessons about leadership that are best taught on the decks of a vessel.
Maine's official state vessel is being prepped to hit the seas. Early Saturday morning, students at Maine Maritime Academy hit the Castine Town Dock to prepare the Bowden, a more than 100-year-old schooner for a new Arctic expedition.
The vessel hasn't been to the Arctic in 15 years, so this is a historic moment. She is a National Historic Landmark of 1989 when she was given that status.
Academy representatives say the Bowden ship was originally built in 1921 for the purpose of Arctic exploration, but has made just 3 trips beyond the Arctic Circle since coming to the Academy in 1988. Academy officials say learning through experience is essential for the students.
To infuse this hands-on form of training with the academic teachings that we do in the classroom, I benefited from that combination, and it does my heart good to see this next generation of students experiencing that in a way that no other student at any other college gets to see.
The Bowden is also being prepared for 3 additional voyages to the Arctic that will take place over the next 10 years. Some say the approximately 4-week trip will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
For some of these students, this may be the first and only time they actually stand out in the elements on the quarterdeck, steering and leading a navigational watch before they go out into the merchant field.
The crew is expected to set sail early this summer. In Castine, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
As many await the arrival of the Easter Bunny once again, some have used the excitement surrounding a basket full of candy to bring awareness to an important issue. Volunteers and local businesses came together in Bangor to offer family-friendly holiday activities like Easter egg hunting and photos with the Easter Bunny. As kids reach for the brightest colored eggs, organizers collected donations for Welcome to Housing, a housing goods bank that provides furniture and other essential household items to those who can't afford them.
We have a huge homeless population in Maine, and these people are getting into housing and then they can't afford to pay their rent and to furnish. We're trying to bring attention to Welcome to Housing, to what they're about. We want people to know that they exist and that it's there and they're not alone.
Organizers say more than 100 kids came out to enjoy the activities and that the group is always looking for more help. To donate and learn more, visit welcomettohousing.com. The city of Bangor recently announced the cleanup of a long-standing homeless encampment along Valley Avenue as part of an effort to reduce homelessness by providing rapid housing resources. I talked to a few folks who reside there who say the 7-day notice puts them in a state of fear. Imagine being told you have to leave the place you call home in the matter of 1 week. Well, that is the reality for the unhoused living here on Valley Avenue.
They made a comment about how they were going to be kicking people out of here. It feels like forever now. We've made home. We literally made it a home. We have to pick all that up.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, has partnered with several local agencies to help those living in encampments on Valley Avenue find housing. HUD has developed a technical assistance team to provide emergency resources and necessary documents to apply for housing, such as IDs, housing vouchers, and case management.
It is actually a group decision. We've all been working as a team for the past really 6 months or more. We've worked here, we've been here all winter long talking with people. So it's important because we all believe that people really need a house. They deserve a roof over their head.
The city has attempted to clean up the area several times in the past. According to a release from the city of Bangor, many community members have pushed for the area to be cleaned up and free of encampments.
When we're homeless, everybody thinks bad of us about drug use. There's people that drive by yelling stuff and just awful things.
The cleanup of the Valley Avenue encampment is one of several of the city's response efforts to the homeless crisis. Homeless individuals will be provided with housing vouchers, but are still looking for landlords willing to accept those vouchers. Despite the uncertainty, members of the encampment say they are hopeful during this imminent change.
I hope we can finally get into an apartment. I have a 4-year-old son, so I'm trying to get him back in my life.
We're just going to keep trying until something becomes available to us, and we're just not going to give up.
In Bangor, AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. Partners for Peace is gearing up for their 50th anniversary by announcing a collective story project. The Domestic Violence Resource Center for Penobscot and Piscataquis counties is asking that anyone affected by domestic abuse submit their personal stories in hopes of inspiring those grappling with the same issues. The goal is first to collect 50 stories to represent 50 years of serving the community and then host a virtual gallery in October highlighting those submissions.
We've heard from people with experience with domestic violence that being able to share their story, even if it is anonymously, even if it's bits and pieces of their story or through artwork and expression, it's just incredibly liberating and healing.
Partners for Peace offers a 24-hour helpline and works to connect people to financial and housing assistance. Anyone interested in sharing their story can call 1-800-864-9909. Let's turn things over to Devin Biggs, who's in now with the first look at our forecast.
Alrighty, here we are on a Saturday night, and it's a beautiful one out there. And it was even beautiful earlier today. We had a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. Any active weather is actually further down toward the south. You have to look all the way down towards the southeastern parts of the U.S. near Raleigh and areas to the south to see any kind of rain developing. But the good news for us is we're going to keep or stay nice as we do proceed forward. Look at these high temperatures today. Lower 40s here near Bangor and Bar Harbor. A little bit cooler further off towards the north where there's still plenty of snow on the ground. But some nice weather will be on the way very soon. In fact, already it gets even warmer from there. But overnight tonight, rather peaceful. Temperatures falling into the lower 20s, even middle 20s. Some of you may have to head to church early in the morning for Easter Sunday for those that might be having it. It might be a little bit cool out there, but overall, mostly clear skies. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. As more book bans sweep the nation, some librarians are saying it limits students' mindsets. And we have your business news coming up next. Stay with us.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine.
The Sebec Lake House proves that Days World is ready for any challenge. The client had very high standards for this entire project. You can tell by Sebec Lake actually being in granite in the floor. Days World had to match those high standards, and we did with the Mitsubishi electric equipment that we carry. They didn't want any diffusers on that first level.
You cannot see the diffusers anywhere, just like they promised. We trusted Dave's World with this project, and we're very pleased with the results, and I'd highly recommend them.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
The Bristol Dirt Race. Chaos will ensue. The NASCAR Cup Series, Bristol. Easter Sunday on Fox.
Who's got a motive?
Accused is TV's most captivating new crime show. And now you can watch it anytime. Accused. All new Tuesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
It's kind of like Homeward Bound meets a Hallmark movie.
A former foster dog from Bangor has turned into a social media sensation.
One time we were like, oh, what would Tatum's voice sound like? He came out with the Tatum voice and it has stuck ever since.
We'll tell you all about Tatum Talks, Tuesday on Fox 22 News at 10.
Free speech or harmful materials, regardless of your opinion about what books children should have access to. Efforts to censor books are growing across a number of communities nationwide. Fox's Ted Linder takes a look at what kind of books some people say should be banned and why some librarians say restricting information can be damaging to young minds.
Efforts to ban certain books from school and public libraries are heating up nationwide.
It worries me so much to see that teens don't have access to something as basic as intellectual freedom.
Many of the books under question relate to topics surrounding the LGBTQ plus community, gender, and race. Across school board meetings and town halls, those advocating for their removal say the contents are not appropriate for children and teens.
Explicit graphic novels demonstrating the sexualization of minors do not belong in the school district.
But many are being met with swift opposition.
If sixth graders are old enough to learn about heterosexual sex and heterosexual lifestyles, then they should be old enough to learn about homosexual sex and homosexual lifestyles.
This comes as data from the American Library Association says there were more than 1,200 attempts to censor books last year alone, a new record.
Trust the educators that have vetted the literature in our district.
I think the books should be allowed in libraries no matter what they're saying.
And while the issue of restricting books is getting a lot of political attention, some parents say it has nothing to do with politics.
It has to do with protecting our kids.
Many librarians, on the other hand, warn restricting access to information poses serious consequences for young people.
They are therefore missing things that may help educate them better and may help give them more insights to go out and make our communities stronger.
April 24th kickstarts the beginning of National Library Week. Those against book bans say it's a great time to show support to your local libraries. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Conflicting judges' rulings on the country's most commonly used abortion medication have put the legality of the drug moving forward up for debate. Fox's Matt Napoleano has the story.
The availability of a widely used abortion drug called into question this weekend after contradictory rulings on the medication from two federal judges. On Friday, a district judge in Texas suspended federal approval of the drug mifepristone, the first pill in a 2-pill regimen used to terminate a pregnancy within the first 10 weeks. The ruling would essentially make all sales of the drug illegal and overrides decades of scientific approval for what has since become the most common form of abortion medication in the United States.
We're talking about an unprecedented challenge of the FDA's approval process of medications, not just of mifepristone, but it threatens the FDA's authority over medication approval in general. It's a crisis of democracy and it's a crisis of healthcare.
But at nearly the same time, another district judge made nearly the opposite ruling, directing authorities in 17 states not to make any changes that would restrict access for the drug. Prescriptions for abortion pills have increased substantially since the repeal of Roe v. Wade. The White House has vowed to fight to preserve access.
The President and I are going to stand with the women of America and do everything we can to ensure that women have the ability to make decisions about their health care, their reproductive health care, in a manner that is what they need, and they decide that, not their government.
The confusion from the conflicting decisions could put the final say in the hands of the Supreme Court. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
You may not be surprised to hear this, but there's been a jump in the number of robocalls Americans have been subjected to. Fox's Business Network's Lydia Hu has more.
Good thing the Easter Bunny doesn't have to gas up before hopping down the bunny trail. That's because the cost at the pump is going up. AAA says the national average cost for regular is now $3.58 a gallon, 8 cents more than just a week ago, and 16 cents higher than a month ago. There's still a lot of hiring going on, but the pace is slowing. The government says 236,000 jobs were created in March. That was pretty much in line with expectations, but a lot fewer than the previous month. Investors will have to wait until Monday to react to the jobs report because the stock market was closed Friday in observance of Good Friday. But looking back, it was a mixed week overall. And check your caller ID when you answer the phone this weekend. It might not be family and friends wishing you a happy Easter. The company UMail says Americans received nearly 5 billion robocalls in March. That's 15% more than in February and the most since 2019. That's business. I'm Lydia Hu.
When we return from break, Kamala Harris visits expelled Tennessee lawmakers. And we learn more about the most recent government documents leak. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
What's the hardest thing about hitting a cycle?
The triple.
Do you think you could hit for the cycle?
I can do it.
Buy anything at Jordan's now, and if any Sox player hits for the cycle starting July 31st, it'll all be free. Experience the cycle at Jordan's.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
A-list celebrities. They'll sing for their lives, but who are they? The Masked Singer is back!
Oh no, why the long face?
The new season is epic and you can watch anytime. With weekly themes,
New York night, 80s night, ABBA night,
and a new twist.
Whoa!
That will have everyone talking.
What? Somebody's messing with us.
All new Masked Singer, Wednesdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Hulu.
Let me see the stands. Let me see your stands. Now pick this up a little bit higher, a little bit higher. If any Sox player hits for the cycle starting July 31st, it'll all be free.
Get out of here.
Jeez. But you have to buy now.
More leaked classified documents laying out sensitive U.S. military plans all over the world, from China to Ukraine. Fox's Caroline Shively has details from Washington.
Another batch of classified documents detailing a wide range of U.S. security secrets popped up online Friday, U.S. officials tell Fox. The New York Times was first to report that more than 100 documents may have been leaked on Twitter and other sites, with classified information on Ukraine, the Indo-Pacific, China, and the Middle East.
The problem is, what does it mean, and does it put any of our people in danger? Because we're talking about supply and logistic routes, and so does it give Russia targets?
The Pentagon released a short statement reading, "The Department of Defense is actively reviewing the matter and has made a formal referral to the Department of Justice for investigation." This comes a day after reports the administration was investigating a possible leak of Ukrainian war plans with an assessment of the country's air defense capabilities that appear to have been altered somewhat.
There are some indications that there are some aspects of the document that have some authenticity to them, but there are also indications that this may be a Russian disinformation campaign, which they're very good at.
The leak is outrageous. We've given the enemy an advantage they don't deserve to have for sure.
Tracing the leaks could prove difficult. One of the first steps is tracking which officials had access to the classified documents and where they were released. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Vice President Kamala Harris throwing her support behind 3 Democratic state lawmakers in Tennessee. This after 2 of them were expelled from the Republican-led state house over a recent gun control protest. Fox's Charles Watson is in Nashville with the latest.
Protests continue today in Nashville in support of gun reform and in support of those 3 Democratic lawmakers who were the subject of expulsion hearings.
You ban drugs! You ban drugs!
Today, about 150 people, many of them parents and students, marched to the steps of the Tennessee State Capitol with signs, many chanting things like, "This is what democracy looks like." And there were a lot of tears as they honored victims of school shootings. They expressed their anger about what they say is a lack of action on gun control in the wake of the tragic school shooting here in Nashville, where a gunman killed 6 people, including 3 young children. Take a listen to one young woman who says she's genuinely afraid that she could be next.
I go to school every day in fear that I will die, that my brother will die, that my friends will die, that my cousins will die. This is not fair. I don't want to die at school.
During her visit to Nashville on Friday, Vice President Harris met with lawmakers about gun reform. She said the underlying issue was about protecting our nation's children, as she called for red flag laws and background checks. She also voiced her support for the 3 Democratic lawmakers who were the subject of expulsion proceedings by the majority Republican legislature.
These leaders had to get a bullhorn. They had to get a bullhorn to be heard. Well, you know what? That happens in a democracy, too.
On Thursday, Republicans successfully voted to expel Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, both of them black, who Republicans say broke decorum by holding a protest in support of gun reform on the House floor. The votes to expel Democrat Gloria Johnson, who is white, narrowly failed. The outcome has led to accusations of racism, claims Republicans say just are not true.
How our body works, how the Tennessee General Assembly works. It works with order. It works with rules. You take order and rules out, it doesn't work.
President Biden also met privately with the 2 expelled Democrats. He thanked them for their courage and leadership on gun reform and invited them to visit the White House in the near future. In Nashville, Charles Watson, Fox News.
The IRS is giving us some insight into how it plans to spend almost $80 billion in funding it's getting through the Inflation Reduction Act. The taxing agency says the money is embarked for improvements in customer service, technology, and enforcement. IRS officials say they'll be taking a closer look at tax returns filed by wealthy families, large corporations, and complex partnerships. The federal agency plans to include a 5-year timeline to digitize the filing process and the ability to respond to all IRS notices online. The plan also calls for creating tools that will help taxpayers identify any possible mistakes before filing their returns. One of the most powerful lawmakers in Congress says the possibility of sending U.S. troops to Taiwan would be on the table if China invades the House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCaul is leading a bipartisan delegation to the island this week. His comments will undoubtedly trigger a fierce reply by Beijing. Fox's Aisha Husney is in Taiwan with the latest.
Conflict's always a last resort.
House Foreign Affairs Chairman Michael McCaul doesn't want war. But if China invades Taiwan, he says the U.S. military could step in.
Speaker McCarthy and yourself have said that multiple times now, that we need to arm Taiwan now before there's any sort of invasion. What about U.S. troops?
I think, then you're talking about an authorized use of military force.
Would you support that?
If the American people support this, the Congress will follow.
So you're saying that the option to authorize war powers is on the table?
If Communist China invaded Taiwan, it would certainly be on the table and something that would be discussed by Congress and with the American people. Are they prepared to do this? Is Taiwan worth it? I can argue for a lot of reasons why it is.
That lines up with President Biden's repeated comments.
Would U.S. forces defend the island?
Yes, if in fact there was an unprecedented attack.
The White House has on several occasions now walked back those remarks, insisting the administration has made no such promises to Taiwan and hasn't pivoted from the one China policy. Taiwan is China's red line, the leading maker of advanced chips around the world and one of the few democracies in the Pacific. All important as the CCP tries to grow its influence. President Xi hosting French President Emmanuel Macron this week, giving him a generous state visit. Some say is a calculated move to woo an EU member state away from the U.S. But it's this tiny island, Chairman McCaul warns, Xi should back away from.
I believe he will try to influence this election, this presidential election, in Taiwan next January. If he does not prevail in that, then I think Plan B is going to be either a blockade or an outright invasion of the island. Either one does not end well.
And in the latest round of actions from China, the CCP announced that it has sanctioned the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library after it hosted a meeting between President Tsai and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. In Taipei, I'm Aisha Husney, Fox News.
After this commercial, first we learn if folks would opt to work longer shifts in exchange for a shorter work week. And we look at new film releases everyone can enjoy. Stay with us.
911, what's your emergency?
At any moment, this city could burn.
911, all new this Monday on Fox.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear. Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
Hank's Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hank's Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Americans are hoping a very successful experiment done in the UK will find its way to the States. New Yorkers chime in on their hopes for companies to test out the 4-day work week. Fox's Kendall Green has the story.
Longer weekends and less days on the clock in exchange for longer work shifts sound like a win for some New Yorkers.
I would do it. Yeah. Why? I would do it.
More than 60 UK-based businesses participated in a pilot project the second half of 2022. It makes the 3-day weekends most of us get occasionally, like Labor Day or Memorial Day, a new norm. The project concluded. It improved morale, decreased leave of absence, and helped recruitment, while 7 out of 10 employees reported less burnout. Feedback from the program led all but 5 companies to continue the pilot, and 18 plan to make the move permanent. Naomi says she wouldn't mind working for one of those companies.
Like when we have 4-day weekends or 3-day weekends, it's just so much more time to catch up on things and to rest.
From a cost savings perspective, from a budget perspective, it's smart. Also, if you're overlapping an 8-hour tour with a 10 or 12-hour tour, you have fewer gaps.
Rachel Daenerys Gold, a partner at Abrams and Finsterman Law Firm with a background in labor law, sees the pilot as a go.
Then you reclaim what was meant to be some time of rest, right? I mean, I spend most of my weekends catching up on work, that's what we all do.
While students hope more industries will consider offering its employees the same deal.
10-hour day doesn't sound too bad. 2 hours more than what you usually do.
Would you work the extra time in one shift to kind of make up for it? Like you're working 8 hours?
Not gonna lie, that's a dub. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's a dub.
As you just saw, if shorter work weeks mean longer work days, then not everybody is on board. But that's still a possibility for NYPD officers a part of that pilot program. From the Upper East Side, Kendall Green.
A former college swimmer says she was ambushed Thursday during a speaking engagement at San Francisco State University about women's sports. Activists on campus calling her comments at the event hateful and transphobic. Now she's calling on the university to take action against the students involved. Fox's Alexandria Huff has the story.
Riley Gaines is a 12-time NCAA All-American swimmer and says she's going to be pursuing legal action against activists who she says forced her to become barricaded in a room. You can see in this video here Gaines being rushed to safety as a screaming crowd attempted to surround her while chanting phrases like trans rights are human rights and trans women are women. Gaines said that during the incident she was assaulted, adding that this was proof women need sex-protected spaces. And that was the topic at hand when she spoke there at San Francisco State University earlier Thursday. Gaines is a former University of Kentucky swimmer who came to national prominence after being forced to compete against the University of Pennsylvania's Leah Thomas in the female division. Thomas is transgender and previously competed for the school's men's team. Gaines joined Fox & Friends Weekend and said she feels verbal and physical violence is resorted to when the opposition lacks the ability to reason.
They resort to calling me names like transphobe, which truly has no meaning anymore. That word has been devalued. If it makes me transphobic to say that men and women are different when it comes to something that requires strength, that's insane. And so they resort to locking me in a room and terrorizing me and my family and these officers for 3 hours.
San Francisco State's University Police Department tells Fox News, quote, "We are conducting an ongoing investigation into the situation. There were no arrests related to the event." Now, the department called the chaos a disruption, and Gaines is demanding that the students involved be expelled and that any staff who didn't intervene be fired. In Washington, Alexandria Hoff, Fox News.
For pet owners, your animal is your life. And while your love for your furry friend is forever, the loss you feel when they pass away can be difficult to overcome. Fox's Jackie Ibanez takes a look at how a factory's unique stuffed animals are helping people cope.
Drawing from his own experience, toy maker David Tan is now helping other pet owners process their grief by crafting lifelike stuffed animals resembling people's beloved pets.
I used to have this golden retriever. I loved her dearly, and she passed away in 2019. Now, since I was doing plush toys at the time, I asked my pattern maker, hey, as a way of remembering my beloved pet, can you try making a realistic clone of her?
Tan's Filipino toy shop receives thousands of orders from around the world and recreates everything from dogs, cats, bunnies, and beyond out of fabric and synthetic fur.
We're not taxidermy, so it removes that ick factor.
Workers carefully examine the pet measurements, pictures, and videos sent in by each customer to capture every specific detail they can.
Our airbrusher is carefully airbrushing all the little markings on the pet.
While many people have pictures and objects to remember their pets by, customers say having a lifelike version of their pet they can physically see in their home helps them overcome their sadness.
Every time I see it, especially when I touch it, the memories flash back to me. I remember the joy I felt when he was still with us.
Costs can range depending on the size and amount of detail it takes to recreate a pet, but the average price is around $65. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
A game-inspired animated adventure, an inspiring real-life sports drama, and more. Here's a look at this week's new releases with Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
That's a go. The Marioverse expands to the big screen with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Chris Pratt and Charlie Day play Mario and Luigi as the duo team up with Princess Peach to stop Bowser from plans to conquer the world.
This story is gonna make us want to fly.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon team up as co-stars and co-producers of Air. Affleck directs the story of the Air Jordan partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan. The star-filled cast includes Viola Davis, Jason Bateman, Chris Tucker, and Marlon Wayans.
Every forest needs a tallest tree, and I think we found ours.
Owen Wilson leads the comedy Paint, about a public television star convinced he has it all until a new artist changes things up. The character has a very Bob Ross-inspired look, and the wig and the wardrobe certainly helped Wilson tap into the role.
It's nice not to be playing yourself, and, of course, part of you's always, there, but it was easier to sort of maintain that illusion with this character.
Chupacabras doesn't exist. It's a fairy tale.
Netflix adds the movie Chupa, about a boy on a trip to Mexico who discovers a mythical chupacabra in his grandfather's shed. The streaming giant also has the new series Beef, with Ali Wong and Steven Yeun, about two strangers whose road rage incident brings chaos into their lives.
This is our church. I am starting to feel the spirit.
Peacock has praised this, starring Chloe Bailey as an aspiring musical superstar forced to join her cousin's struggling praise team in the lead up to a national championship.
Working for the Lord.
There's also the current #1 at the box office, game-to-screen adventure Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Devin Biggs is in next with our full 5-day forecast.
It was a nice day out there today. Temperatures making into the lower 40s, but some good news to report. Some even warmer temperatures are on the way. When will those get here and how warm will we get? Your full forecast is coming up next.
If one mattress was right for everybody, we wouldn't need to stock over 30 models. It doesn't exist. Our low price and sleep guarantees mean you won't pay too much for a great night's sleep. Purchase your new mattress before 3 p.m. and we'll deliver it the same day in the Bangor and Ellsworth area. Warehouse pricing, a great night's sleep guaranteed, same-day delivery, and free removal of your old. At Dorsey's, we've got your back. Sleep well, my friends.
Are you looking to have some fun, including soaring on Skyrider, the ultimate indoor zip line? Well, come over to Urban Air, Bangor's #1 birthday party destination, located at the Airport Mall. Urban Air has gravity-defying attractions for all ages, including our Warrior Course, trampolines, enormous arcade section, and climbing walls. Call us today to schedule your birthday party. And don't forget, we have endless play memberships available as well. Urban Air, let them fly.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn, beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. There is so much here for you. All you have to do is take it.
Fantasy Island, this Monday on Fox.
Happy Saturday night. Definitely very nice out there overall, and we're going to stay nice as we proceed forward in time with some warmer temperatures on the way. Just a few passing clouds in a few spots. Otherwise, we had a lot of sunshine earlier, and we're going to be mostly clear later on tonight as well. We have an area of low pressure further down toward the south. We can see that front that's developing right about in there. We have high pressure right nearby for us as well, and that's going to help keep us nice as we do proceed forward in time overnight tonight. Temperatures will cool off, though. You'll want those coats, especially if you're heading to those early services for the daytime tomorrow for Easter. But otherwise, moving forward, though, Futurecast showing a mostly clear sky, maybe some clouds further off towards the north. A beautiful sunrise as we head towards Easter tomorrow. It'll stay nice pretty much all day long for any Easter egg hunts or any other activities that will be going on. And even by Sunday night, remaining nice as we do proceed forward. And some nice temperatures on the way soon as well. Starting things off for your Monday, remaining sunny as we do proceed forward. So we definitely deserve this and earned it as well. Some very nice weather on the way. But otherwise, so let's talk about the wind here. So we have a little bit of wind on the way. It's backing off overnight tonight, but we may have to deal with a little bit of gusty winds for the daytime tomorrow. Some gusts up to around 20 miles per hour could not be ruled out, so don't be surprised if you notice a few gusty winds for the daytime tomorrow. That may cause the ocean to get active, but for now, though, we're looking pretty good out there. Only down to a foot in wave heights in a few areas. Maybe that's a little bit higher to the north and east of these buoys that are reporting. So overall, nothing too ridiculous at this point. We should be remaining nice through tomorrow as well. There's a big push of warm air across a good part of the country with temperatures that are in the 60s, 70s, even 80s earlier today. And now warmer air is going to be pushing in our direction, where Bangor was at 40 degrees earlier today as well. We actually had highs in the lower 40s overall. We're going to get even better than that. Average high now 50 degrees, lower 50s tomorrow, getting above average starting Monday and beyond, with temperatures that will be in the 60s, possibly even upper 60s as we head towards your Friday. So some very nice spring-like weather finally on the way, which will help to melt some snow as well. We still have a good amount of snow in the northern parts of the state. Some areas at about 17 inches. Bangor does hit 0 inches, but I'm sure there's still a few patches in a few areas, judging off of the map, but we'll melt the snow very quickly with the warmer temperatures on the way. So for tonight, lower 20s, mostly clear, and we'll have that west breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, Easter Sunday, and temperatures and conditions in general looking very nice. A lot of sunshine and temperatures reaching for the lower 50s. So it'll be a beautiful day to get outside and really enjoy anything that's going on. And of course, the hourly forecast during that time frame is well looking very nice. We'll see temperatures rising up into the upper 40s by the afternoon period, eventually hitting the lower 50s before we're all finished up, and we'll see a good amount of sunshine as a result. Looking ahead towards your extended forecast, looking very nice as well. And look at all the dry days on the way. No wet weather on the way anytime soon, though. We'll see a mixture of clouds and sunshine, temperatures making it into the 60s. This will be a perfect stretch of forecast days to get outside and really enjoy it.
Thanks, Devin. I will believe it when I see it because it was very chilly today and I was expecting warmer temperatures. But you guys stay with us. Sports is next with Ryan Sudol.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
It has 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
And drop the ball.
This was a profit challenge. I'm looking for my next food star. The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox.
You just wait around a minute, something awful's bound to happen. You saved me. That's what we're here for.
911 Lone Star, Tuesday on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for sticking with us. With the weather slowly getting warmer, what a better way to celebrate than some paddling. The Elliott Lamb Memorial Race along the Sowadapscook was Saturday, and we caught all the action.
Paddlers were out in droves Saturday as they looked to conquer the rapids in the annual Sowadapscook Stream Race.
Great day, beautiful weather. Wind was a little pushing you around a little bit, but it's a good time of year to be on the water.
Since 2018, the race has been named in the memory of Elliott Lamb, an Orono High School graduate who had a passion for these races.
He liked to do the canoe races in the spring. He participated in the race several times. He really loved this stream.
And how couldn't you, if you're a thrill seeker like Elliott and the dozens others who paddled this year.
I love the mass start when everybody's bumping boats and trying to get out of each other's way, and then the whitewater, because it's just there's going to be carnage. Oh no! It's awesome.
And for some, it's just too fun to give up, even after a few decades.
40 plus. Back in the 70s, we've been paddling this river.
This is my 53rd year of racing, and this is my 918th race that I can document.
I'm 67.
Still coming out here doing these races?
Oh, loving it. It's a life sport.
But it's not all fun all the time. Near the race's finish, there's a mandatory portage where paddlers carry their crafts past harsher rapids. To sum it up,
portages suck.
You're already tired when you get there and trying to manhandle the boat. It's surprising the amount of effort it takes.
But no matter how tired they are at any point from paddling,
you finished the race. What are you going to do now?
Sleep.
They'll never get tired of the paddling itself in this yearly tradition.
They put on a great race every year. Just happy to participate.
It's like the spring family of canoeists get together, and it's like a good time. We all help each other out, give each other rides, loan equipment and everything, so it's a lot of fun.
Okay, while we were at the race, Maine baseball looked to do something they've never done in program history. Go 8-0 in America East play to start a season. The game was against Albany Saturday, who the Black Bears beat 20-4 on Friday. Let's go to the top of the seventh. Maine up 5-1, bases loaded, 2 out. Danny Alvarez lines one along third. Jake Marquez can't make the play there, but he hurls it over to Jeremiah Jenkins at first. He gets the out just in time to save the run from scoring. Okay, bottom 7 now. Leading off is Jake Reynes. He gets under this one into right field. Absolutely crushed. It's a solo shot that puts the Black Bears up 6-1. Later in the inning, Colin Plant at bat. He's going to roll this one into center. Jenkins is going to score from third. It is 7-1. To the bottom of the 8th now. It's 8-1. Bases loaded for Marquez. He rips it to left. It gets down. Reynes and Quinn McDaniel score, and here comes Connor Goodman from first. A bases clearing double, 11-1 Maine. They go on to win 12-1 for the best start in America East play in team history.
It is what it is, record setting, that's great, but it's nothing. None of this matters unless we win the America East Championship and go back on the national stage. That's what we're here to do, is win baseball games to get us back on the national stage and represent the state of Maine in that way.
Okay, let's stick with the Black Bears and move to the softball diamond. Maine softball had the first 2 games of their weekend series at Bryant on Saturday. Let's see how that turned out. Starting with game 1, top 3, Black Bears down 2-1 until Katie Jo Maury rips one the other way. Fair ball, Krista Francia scores from first. Maury gets to third, a stand-up triple to tie the game. Top 4, same score. Anna Margaitis up for Maine. She drills one into the left center gap. Outfielder cannot make the play. They're waving Jasmine Gray around from second, and she is safe. Black Bears up 3-2 on that double. Bottom 7 now. Bulldogs with a chance. Alexis Clancy lifts one into deep left. She is out, but Faith Valenzuela tags up, scores. We are tied at 3. We go to extras, and in the top of the 8th, it's Gray. She hits one that just sneaks past short. They wave around Maury, who scores. Black Bears lead 4-3, and that would be the final. They take game 1. Okay, now for game 2. It's the top of the 2nd. 2 outs. Payoff pitch to Kennedy Priest is lifted to left center. The play can't be made. Gray will score. We are tied at 1, plus it's a stand-up double. Bottom 3 now, same score. Courtney Palantonio rips one down the left field line. Alex Hudson rounding third, and she will score to give the Bulldogs a 2-1 lead. Okay, top 4 now. Margaitis at the plate. She's going to rifle one the same way. It hits Hudson's glove. She would be all right. Gray scores. We are tied at 2. Finally, bottom 6, Grace Bishop up for Bryant. That one just gets past short. They wave around Ava Paganis from second. Play at the plate, a huge collision. Both her and Priest would be all right, but obstruction is called. Bryant leads 3-2, and that would be the final. Okay, now let's go to some other scores from the area. Husson baseball and Husson softball both swept their doubleheader Saturday. Husson softball swept Northern Vermont Linden 12-1 and 9-1, and baseball did the same to Northern Vermont Linden 4-3 and 8-3. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Now is the time to consider taking care of your driveway or parking lot. With more than 25 years experience, Harvey Paving and Seal Coating specializes in asphalt maintenance. A fantastic way to extend the life of your asphalt is by taking care of it, and we will fill in all the cracks and seal coat afterwards. This leaves your driveway with a beautiful finish looking like new. Why not increase the curb appeal of your residential or commercial space? Give us a call today at Harvey Paving and Seal Coating for a free quote, 262-0154.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Bristol Dirt Race. Chaos will ensue. The NASCAR Cup Series, Bristol, Easter Sunday on Fox.
You can always tell when Easter is coming because the Peeps arrive. We're finding out more about the production of the holiday favorite. Fox's Madison Allworth has more.
We got a peek inside the Peeps factory ahead of this Easter holiday. Americans are set to spend $3 billion on candy this Easter, and a lot of that will go towards these bunnies and chicks. Just Born, the privately owned family company behind Peeps, turned 100 this year. They say that their America-focused brand has helped them to survive.
Peeps are made right here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and that has actually helped us. A lot of retailers are leaning into manufacturers that are making their product in the USA because that helps with some of the supply chain issues that other companies are facing.
The strategy has also helped them hold on to talent in a competitive labor market.
I think that's really appealing for our community to have a company that is dedicated to this area. Of course, just like many businesses, we are experiencing turnover, although we have seen that it has slowed a little bit. Okay. But we are seeing continued demand for our products, so we're always hiring new associates.
Peeps is privately owned, so they won't share specifics on financials, but they did tell us that 5.5 million Peeps are made each and every day. That's around 2 billion made per year. Last year was their best sales year ever, and they expect this year to be even better. Despite inflationary pressures and a tightening consumer wallet, Peeps, a simple mix of sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, and air, are positioned to sell well because they're cheap. That's why I get so many on set for you. In New York, I'm Madison Allworth, Fox Business.
That's all for tonight. We hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I better see you back here tomorrow at 10. Enjoy your night.
BuyAToyota.com is Toyota's official website for deals. See every official Toyota deal out there, including offers not seen on TV. BuyAToyota.com when you officially want the best deal. Toyota, let's go places.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest get tacked on, and now you're struggling just to make the minimum due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because we've personally researched some companies that can help you.